was held within nothingness, floating through an endless void without wings. My body was lighter than a feather, untouched by gravity, untouched by time. There was no sky, no earth, only an infinite darkness where even silence had a presence. Time had no meaning there. I could not tell whether moments passed, or whether eternity had already swallowed me whole. Then a whisper. Fall asleep. It came without direction, as though the void itself had spoken. My eyelids grew heavy. They told me that my eyes were never meant to witness what lay beyond, that there was no shield strong enough within my mortal heart to endure it. So I surrendered, and darkness embraced me once more. When I awakened, I heard voices. My body was being lifted upward by unseen hands. Two gentle forces carried me through the silence. I could hear the beating of wings, soft and graceful. Their voices flowed like rivers, warm and comforting. Their touch carried a peace unlike anything I had ever known. Somewhere nearby, doors opened. I heard laughter, excitement, joy. It felt as though they had been waiting for me for a very long time. The warmth of their presence overwhelmed me, and once again, I surrendered to sleep. When my eyes opened again, I found myself standing within a garden, unlike anything the world could ever imagine. Crystal streams flowed from a tranquil lake. Ancient trees danced with the wind. Birds sang melodies that seemed older than creation itself. Every breath carried peace. Before me stood a colossal golden tree. Its branches reached across the heavens, embracing the sky itself. Beyond its trunk I could see nothing, an endless golden radiance pouring from behind it, as though light itself had chosen that place as its birthplace. I whispered to myself, "Am I dead? Am I in heaven?" He says, "No, you are neither dead nor in heaven. You stand within my chamber." The voice was deep, calm, and filled with an indescribable warmth. Then I say, "If I am not dead, where am I?" He says, "You stand above the first heaven, the first sky. This is my chamber." Then I say, "Who are you? Why does your voice feel familiar?" He says, "For you, this is our first meeting. For me, there is no first meeting. You have known me since before your memories began. Every prayer you have ever whispered." My heart trembled with a joy. Then I say, "So, you are my creator." Tears filled my eyes. Fear and relief became one feeling. There are no words in any human language capable of describing what overwhelmed my soul in that moment. He says, "The voice you hear is not truly mine. Your ears cannot bear my voice. Your mind was not created to comprehend it. You hear only the voice your soul is capable of receiving. Yet the words are mine." Then I say, "Then why have you brought me here? There must be a reason." He says, "Do you remember your purpose? The purpose for which you returned to this world?" Then I say, "I remember nothing." He says, "We met before your birth, before your life, before the world you know. Every time you fail, you return here so that I may remind you of your purpose, remind you of your mistakes, and remind you of the curse you brought upon creation." In that moment, I understood how insignificant I truly was. A creature bound by time can never understand what exists beyond time itself. A fish cannot imagine life beyond water, nor can mortal mind fully understand eternity. Then the truth came from his voice. He says, I formed you with my own hands. Among my creations, you were my finest one. I entrusted you with power unlike any other. I made you the strongest of all I had created. I gave you commands, but instead you prayed for the destruction of those I had made. I listened. Then I entrusted you with another purpose, yet your anger shattered my creation. Billions perished by your hands. His words pierced deeper than any blade. He says, yet my love for you has never faded, but love does not erase justice. Therefore, I granted you one final chance to redeem yourself, just as I have given others. And still, you have failed thousands of times. Suddenly, every forgotten memory returned. I remembered my countless lives. I remembered my purpose. I remembered every innocent soul I had failed. Overwhelmed with unbearable shame, I collapsed to my knees before my Creator. His love remained endless, yet I had broken his trust. How could he still love me after all I had done? What separated me from the fallen one? No, perhaps I'd fallen even lower. He answered the question before I spoke it. He says, I love every soul I have created, but love cannot become injustice. If you fail to end this eternal cycle, this endless suffering that you yourself unleashed, there will be no escape from my judgment. I will continue to love you, yet that love will not spare you from justice. You shall be reborn again and again until the curse is broken. You wish to know what it meant to be human. You wish to feel their joys and their grief. This shall be the price of your desire. You will lose those you love. You will know pain. You will know sacrifice. And when your task is complete, you shall stand before me once more. Every sin will be revealed. Every good deed will be weighed. Then I alone shall decide your final destination. With tears streaming down my face, I bowed until my forehead touched the earth. Then I say, I will do everything within my power to make you proud. I will never forget your words, my purpose, or the countless lives I have lived before this one. I will mend with my own hands everything I once destroyed. I will prove that I remain worthy of being your beloved creation. Grant me only time, and lend your strength to this fragile human body. I shall never regret becoming human, for it was my own wish. When my work is finished, I shall return to you willingly. Then let my deeds outweigh my sins upon your scales. A gentle smile seemed to fill the garden. He says, I hope this is the last time you must see me in this way. One day you shall return, not as you are now, but with the eyes of your soul opened. Then you shall truly see me. And remember, you are not the fallen one. Now descend. I grant you the strength you seek. Go to mankind. Heal what you have broken. Free the souls bound by your curse. Then a golden light from the behind of Thay-tree consumed everything. The garden vanished. The golden tree disappeared. Darkness returned. Then, familiar voices reached my ears. Someone was calling my name. I slowly opened my eyes. I lay beside a quiet pond, my head resting gently upon the lap of the woman I loved. As I looked into her eyes, I remembered everything. My purpose, my past, and the promise I had made to my Creator.